Hey, what's up, fam? As I've been saying, with a Shonen Jump app is out, we're going to be able to get much more consistent reviews and reads for, I guess it'd be reads or reviews of a lot of their series. Some of their series that I've enjoyed, like Kimetsu no Yaiba and here Jujutsu Kaisen, have had a very irregular translation release with the fan translations. But now that the Shonen Jump app, they're gonna have them translated same day actually as the actual chapters themselves in Japan. We're gonna be able to get them much more consistent. I guess it's not even real consistent at this point. It's just like straight standard, which I enjoy. I'm excited for. So obviously I got to get caught up and review wise because I'm gonna be able to be doing these on the regular for a lot of these. First, obviously, we need to address the bigger parts of what's going on in Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not going to go into the more long, in-depth explanation of what's going on because a lot of stuff happened in a widespread of a single event, so it's pretty interesting. We got stuff obviously when they kind of left with Yuji and all this stuff going on at the end of that whole battle that he has some character development, which is pretty nice. And him just kind of talking about himself and his whole role, and in the grand scheme of things, as well as that whole idea that eventually he's probably gonna have to kill, which was pretty telling for his character. I thought that was interesting. But actually, what was really funny is there was this goofy reveal that he was still alive, and Sataro just made it seem like it was gonna be some fun, happy reveal, but everyone on his team was just like, "What the fuck is this? What's going on here?" But what kind of happens just following, because why they have it now is there is a they're kind of doing like a skirmish between two of the schools. I'm trying to remember what the other schools. Well, the other one is Kyoto, and this one is it Tokyo? I don't know. I don't know the locations. I just know they bring these other people, and it has this dude. One of them's this cool cyborg. This dude Tao Dao. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Toudou. He's really interesting of a character. Definitely someone who you wouldn't expect. Like he's that big, powerful. I really want to fight people, but he has this really interesting moment. Like because this whole thing is he doesn't tolerate people getting in his way. He just wants to fight and do stuff, and he doesn't like being on a team. Clearly, he doesn't get along with anybody on his team. But he has this really weird thing where he asks people about girls and like the girls they're into, and he asks Yuji at one point, and he's like, when he runs into him, he's like, what kind of girls are you into? And he says, he says tall girls with big butts, and he's like kind of like Jennifer Lopez. And the guy who was rampage a second ago, pretty much just running through trees and who was punching Yuji so hard, he's like, if I didn't brace myself with like curse power, my arm wouldn't even be attached to my body anymore from blocking it. And just like then he's just like has this kind of like completely artificial memory lapse. If you ever read something like it's not related, but I mean, I kind of like it's in the same magazine. Food Wars Soma, when they eat some food and it has like some mental imagery, like it makes you feel like you're on a boat in on a waterfall and going down a waterfall of excitement or something. It's like where it's just kind of showing you your emotional reaction in some visual form. It was how he felt that they were destined to become best friends, and he instantly feels like Yuji's his buddy. It literally felt like he literally says like it seems we both are best friends. Like it felt like that scene in Step Brothers when they're like, did we just become best friends? That's pretty much what this dude has decided, and he's like, now I'm gonna fight you as a friend. But he actually gets really pissed off because his the other guys on his team want to kill Yuji because they only see him for the Sakuna, the demon in his body. They want to get rid of him and get the pieces back. Whereas the people on Yuji's team are just like, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here. But what's cool is I'm just gonna call him Tao Dao until I get a proper uh, a proper pronunciation. He comes up and he's just like, "Get the fuck out of here! You guys are impeding on my shit. This is my best friend now. You guys are not okay with me." And he just turns on his team, which I thought was pretty funny, but at the same time, pretty badass. At the same time, this guy, like, you get a lot of this guy's character in that one chapter. I thought was pretty cool. But then him and Yuji get back and they're fighting, but it's more like a buddy brawl now instead of a I want to kill this guy fight, which is pretty cool. They got that bond already. Meanwhile, just kind of getting away from that, you got this cool fight with the robot guy and the panda. And the panda, I guess he's got like three different people in one body, and each of them are a different animal. You get to see the large one, like the big tough brawler, because the panda's is like balance, and the other one he turns into pretty much a panda colored gorilla, and he becomes like he just is like this big beast. He fights the robot guy. I mean, I don't really care to talk about that one. I mean, that one is cool because they had some cool action panels, but I actually wanted to talk about the one after that when you see this girl Mai fight Maki, the glasses chick, and she actually is pretty badass here. Like she's just like using her what is that? Is that a pole? It's some kind of pole arm. I don't know what it's called. She's using it for obviously what it's for, ranged, swinging it around, and the sword chick is just like, oh shit, I need to get in close range so I can just like take advantage of that long reach of that weapon. But meanwhile, I think she figures it out. She snaps her polearm in half, throws a piece to create like a moment she has to block, opens that up by throwing a kunai at her that she kept attached to her leg under her skirt, and then just rushes in, gets into a position, takes the other chick's sword and disarms her. And I'm just like, jeez, that chick just completely just made her look like a complete fool. She's pretty badass. I like her already. I think she's definitely up there. The chick, the actual main chick, I don't remember her name. The female lead, I don't got her name down yet. But her power is kind of interesting. I like that she can use she's got kind of like this weird voodoo doll ability, and she like hits the nails inside of a tree and then uses the power in it to like make the tree collapse and then goes to attack her. I just realized I was looking at the chapter that was like on the website I'm on, and then uh, actually I think this is caught up. Yeah, yeah, I'm mistaking things. I'm forgetting things. But she goes into with her hammer to go like take her out. I'm hoping that she can do cool stuff like reverse voodoo. Like, could you imagine like if she actually that's not even reverse voodoo. It's just like be animating stuff. Like if she could take control of stuff by hitting the nails into it, like make a puppet out of it, make like she hit the tree and made it to like a big tree monster. I think that'd be cool, and just have some cool familiar power on top of her cool voodoo power. But she's interesting to a degree. I'm not too invested in her character. She seems alright. She has like this whole thing with it's their backstory. Like people that are like, uh, it's mostly a dude's job to be a shaman. Like chicks can go into it, but it's not as common. They have a lot more time struggling. And the other chick kind of has that same mindset, but at the same time, she's like, you gotta work harder and kind of keep up with the dudes. They have a bit of the out of their being out of their element because you can tell like a lot of the battle and violence they're not as used to. Meanwhile, this chick is just like, nah, I got this. So I think she's all right. This what's her name? It's Kugisaki Nobara. She's okay. I don't dislike her. She's definitely better than a lot of the female leads. I see cough cough Sakura and Ravi, but she's okay. I was just talking about freaking. I was talking about this other chick. She's way cooler. God, I like her. I like that chick. Oh no, Maki's the different. I got my chicks confused. Maki is the sword, or the chick with the pole arm. I don't remember what the other chick's name that she was fighting with the sword she disarmed. I feel bad for that girl. Anyway, this was like I just rambled on a lot for this one, mainly because I'm catching up. This was a catch-up review. The next one will just be straight on 42, and with the Shonen Jump app, the way they're releasing things, it'll be much easier to keep up with them instead of just like 10 days later a chapter comes out without me realizing. It'll just be like, okay, yeah, Shonen Jump chapter day. Okay, and do all these videos and then spread them out throughout the week and then do it over, as well as other magazine stuff. That's gonna be it for this one. Tell me in the comments if you like Jujutsu Kaisen. I've enjoyed it so far. I think it's fun. I am definitely interested to see how this Taudao guy goes. I feel like the other team's gonna have to be like, we're sending you to their school because you keep trying to kill us for trying to take out our opponent, and just like ditching us for that guy, and he'll probably be like, sweet. And then I really hope they have something like that scene in Step Brothers when uh, Dale and oh my god, Dale and Brandon, no, it's Brendan. Dale and Brendan are just like running around acting like they're 12-year-olds and being goofs. I want something like that. I think that'd be funny, at least in that guy's mind. But anyway, like I said, tell me in the comments what you think and like the video if you enjoy this kind of content. Check out my other videos and appreciate everyone who's already subscribed and listening. Bye.